this time of year. So we're going to get to all of that coming up, but let's take a live look out there right now in downtown Dallas. You can see we've got about 66 degrees out there, mainly clear skies to start the day. No weather problems for you as you get ready to head out the door. Temperatures, if we look around DFW, are anywhere from 65 degrees in Springtown to Fort Worth at 64. Arlington, you're a little warmer at 70 degrees. Denton, 67. Pilot Point, you're at about 69. And then if you look at Rockwall's at about 65 degrees this morning as you head out. So it's warmer. We continue that warming trend as we go into the afternoon. Check out the hour by hour as we move forward. You can see we'll jump to about 69 degrees at 9 o'clock, 78 degrees by the time we get to noon today, and peaking at about 85 later this afternoon. We are going to see plenty of sunshine throughout the day. Overall, it's going to be great. It's just going to be warm. So put the sweaters away. You may need a light jacket as you head out the door this morning, but it'll only be for briefly. And then you can ditch that. Short sleeves, shorts, that's what you'll need. We'll have much more on this warm forecast coming up.
Short sleeve and shorts
Yep.
in the fall. Kaylee, thank you. Appreciate that.
Spots are even going to be flirting with the upper 80s as we go into the afternoon. So yeah, that crisp, cool, nice weekend we had, it's way in the distance now. Let's go ahead and take Ivan McKinney right now. So most locations in the 60s. Now there's a few spots in the 50s, and farther east you go. 55 in Mineola as well as Canton. 63 currently in Corsicana, and 62 in Meridian. Here's where we're going to be as we move forward into the afternoon. 85 in Dallas, 85 in Fort Worth. Look at that, Breckenridge, 89 degrees. So that's what I mean. Some locations going to be quite warm. Denton at 86, Decatur at 87. The farther east you go, staying mainly in the lower 80s. Either way, though, we're talking about temperatures well above normal. Normal's around 77. So some spots are going to be anywhere from 8 to 10 degrees above normal. Here comes a cold front, though. This is the one we've been talking about all week. It's entering into the panhandle now. So even though most of the state is in the mid to upper 80s, 70s in Amarillo right now, and that cooler air is going to be moving in. We're going to go cooler air with our quotations here because it's really not going to amount to much for us. And rain-wise, it's really not going to amount to much for us as well. If you watch, the cold front's going to sink to the south as we go through the day today. By tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, it's going to be splicing right through North Texas with a little bit more cloud cover. We're not going to see much rain out of that Thursday morning. What we're going to watch for is as the front kind of stalls to the south of us as we go into Thursday night, a complex of showers and a few thunderstorms will fire up along that and will ride that front into central Texas. Now could bring a few sprinkles or light showers overnight into early Friday morning to locations from really Waco to Stephenville to the south. So most of us aren't going to receive a drop of this, but then it's going to move out. Any additional rainfall will move into Oklahoma as we go into Friday. So I wouldn't put a lot of stock in that rainfall, but there is a chance that we could see a shower pop up overnight Thursday into early Friday morning. Otherwise, here's a look at the 10-day forecast. You can see the cold front really doesn't do anything for temperatures. We're going to stay in the lower to mid 80s and then even warm up as we go into the weekend. We're talking about Saturday and Sunday being right where we are today in the mid to upper 80s, 86 Saturday, 85 on Sunday. We talked about it yesterday, but I still do see a hint of cooler air moving in toward Halloween weekend. So what we're seeing here is we're seeing no really big dips in the jet stream. By the middle of next week, we're going to see a big dip in the jet stream. That's going to bring us a chance for showers and thunderstorms as we go into Wednesday. Behind that front will be that cooler air. So you see settling in Thursday, 78 degrees, but we really feel it as we go into Friday. That's going to be about 73. So just hold out. Yes, we have a long stretch of 80s, but it does look like there's light at the end of the tunnel for those of you ready for that nice fall weekend we had last weekend to make a return. Shara?
All right, Kaylee, thank you.
Take a look at that forecast, which we've been talking about most of the week. Yep, it's heating up.
Is it cheesecake weather, Kaylee?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm filling in, so I don't remember how this all goes. But I guess I'm supposed to talk now. I'll give that forecast for you, which is all about the heat right now because that fall break we had, it was a break. That's what all it was. Now we're going to start to warm up. We're trying to rebuild from that. And this, you hear us talk about this time of year quite a bit in regards to being our second severe weather season of the year. Not quite as bad as the spring, but you have to be on guard. I want to go out and go for a jog or a bike ride or whatever this morning. You want to do it early because, yeah, we are talking about temperatures being close to 10 degrees above normal in many spots across North Texas as we go through the day today. I want to end downtown Dallas. You can see a few clouds out there this morning, about 66 degrees. And at DFW Airport, temperatures are just a tad warmer at 69. Dew points are also in the mid-60s out there, with those south winds pumping in warm air and moisture anywhere from about 10 to 15, gusting up to 20. That's going to be the case throughout the day today. So here's where we're going to end up. 88 degrees in Athens this afternoon, 86 in Meridian, 87 in Mineral Wells, 85 in Fort Worth as well as Dallas. Cold front, though, moving into the Panhandle. You can see the difference in temperature between Lubbock today at 81 to Amarillo only reaching 73 degrees. That cold front will make its way to the south and east throughout the day today. Moving in tomorrow across North Texas, 7 o'clock in the morning. Overall, a dry frontal passage for us. Once it gets to the south of us, though, it'll stall. We could see some showers that develop along the front and push north and east into parts of North Texas. Again, majority of us are not going to receive a drop of rainfall, but the best time frame is going to be overnight into early Friday morning to see any type of rainfall before this front really just kind of fizzles out and we dry up. In regards to temperatures, expect no big cool down, okay? So we're going to stay right around 82 Thursday, 84 on Friday, 86 as we go into Saturday. Both Saturday and Sunday, 10 degrees above normal. And we'll keep that into the beginning of the next week, which will keep October pretty warm overall. That'll get us into at least the end of next week. It's already the 24th warmest October to date. I'll be interested to see where we end up by the time we wrap up the month. But I am seeing a cool down in store as we head toward the end of next week, going toward Halloween. You can see temperature 78. That's still considered above normal by Thursday. And even Friday is considered above normal at 73. But at least we're getting back closer to where we should be in the 70s. Tashara.
All right, time to leave you with a look at Big Tech's live.
Sit out on a patio, have lunch, 11 o'clock. Expect temperatures to sit right about 75 degrees. Then as we get into 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 80. Warming up, I would go ahead and sit in the shade, especially if you're direct sunlight. You will be a little warm sitting out there. Temperatures as we go into the afternoon, you can see here will be mainly in the 80s for the state. But look, we do have a cold front that's moving in to North Texas as we go through the next few days. It's entering into the state now. In regards to rainfall, don't expect much, if any, rain out of this as it moves to the south throughout the day Thursday. The only chance we have at rainfall is when the front stalls to the south of us, so in central Texas. There'll be a complex of rain that develops north of that front and moves from west to east. Could clip some of the southern parts of our viewing area overnight. You can see we'll stop it at 2 o'clock in the morning. Again, it's while a lot of us are sleeping, but it's the best chance of rainfall, and it's going to last through about Friday morning, and then bye-bye, see you later, moving up north into Oklahoma, and then we'll be dry for the rest of the weekend. So again, 10% coverage, not much. But here's what I was talking about in regards to a glimmer of hope. Temperatures dropping back into the 70s by the end of next week, Jane.
Sounds good. I was outside a minute ago, and it's muggy's not the right word. What's a good word?
It's just warmer than what we not quite as dry.
Yeah, it's a little damp.
So a little damp. We wish that we could have rainfall along with that feeling, but that's not the case. But just be prepared as you head out the door this morning. It is not that fall crisp feeling that you had over the weekend, that's for sure. We're already at 69 degrees in Denton, and we're going to begin to climb fairly quickly. It's 68 in downtown Dallas, 70 at DFW Airport. Here's what you're talking about. 65-degree dew points. That's the measure of the moisture in the air. You want it to be down in the lower 50s where it's nice and pleasant. So not quite, it's not terrible, but not what we would like. 85 degrees is where we're going to top out later on today in Dallas and Fort Worth. Few spots, I wouldn't be surprised if they top out in the upper 80s, but there is a cold front, so you can see some of Texas is dealing with a nice 70-degree temperature, and that is just the Panhandle in Amarillo. And we are not going to see any cool down from that front when it moves through here. This is what you have to deal with for the next several days. Temperatures anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees above normal, and that stretch is going to continue all the way through at least next week, and that continues this very warm October. Jane?